Google Sheets is a spreadsheet program developed by Google, which you can use for data analysis, calculations, and for plotting of graphs. Just like we have in Excel, it's an alternative to the program. If you can use Excel effectively, probably you can use Google Sheets. So follow me as I put you through on the steps you need to take to complete some tasks using this program. Google Sheets can be accessed through the web. So first, get your computer connected to the internet just as I've done from my own end. And after that, open your web browser. Here I'm using Google Chrome, okay? As the browser opens, visit sheets.google.com. This is the link, okay? Once you find yourself on this interface, that is the main start screen of the program. Here you have blank spreadsheets. Here you have templates. If, for example, you want to create to-do list, you can select this and edit the information. If you want to create annual budget, you can go with this. Once it opens, edit the information to suit your own annual budget. If you want monthly budget, you go with this, okay? All right. By this side, you can see some files I accessed recently. Okay, you can see previous 7 days. All right, so the files are listed here. Okay, all right, so let's jump into it. And for us to do that, we'll be working with blank spreadsheets. So click on blank spreadsheet and follow along. Once the blank spreadsheet opens, this is the interface you will see. First, we need to give this file a name. So let's call it Godwin Tech. And for you to do that, click this section and then give it a name of your choice. Okay. After that, press the enter key of your computer keyboard. Okay, the name is now saved, Godwin Tech. So give the file a name of your choice from your own end. Okay. Okay, now that we have given this file a name, let's explain the tabs. Once you open a blank document or a template, you are landed on the home. Though you don't see the home tab here, but it is here. Okay, you can see sheets home. Okay, now that is number one tab. There are other tabs. You can see file, you can see edit, you can see view, you can see insert, format data, tools, extension, and help. These are all the tabs that are made available in Google Sheets. If you click on each of these tabs, you can see some sub-tabs or commands. You can still call them ribbons, which you can use to complete a specific task. For example, if you want to add new spreadsheets, you go with this option. Are you getting it? Then edit has some other commands, undo and redo button. You have cuts, you have copy, you have paste, you have paste special, and the rest. Though some of these commands are still made available on the home tab. For example, look at undo here. So if I want to undo an action, I'll click here. If I want to redo it, I'll click here. So some commands that are on the home tab can be found inside the other tabs. Okay. Then view has some commands as well. We have show, you have freeze. Maybe you want to freeze the spreadsheet. You have group, maybe you want to group the sheets inside. And we have zoom and full screen. If you want to view this file in full screen, you can go with this option. Insert still has some commands inside. Cells, which allows you to insert cells. Okay, we have rows, we have columns, we have sheets, we have charts, we have pivot table, image, drawing, and the rest. Each of these commands can be selected to complete a specific task. Under format, we have theme. We want to change the theme of the spreadsheet. We have number, we have text, we have alignment, we have wrapping, we have rotation, and the rest. Under data, we have sort. Maybe you want to sort the data you have in the spreadsheet. This sorting tool will help you do that. Maybe you want to sort from A to Z or from Z to A. Okay, we have create a filter, we have filter views and the rest. Tools still has some commands. We have create a new from, we have spelling, we have autocomplete, we have explore, we have notification settings, and accessibility. Under extensions, we have add-on, we have macros, we have apps scripts, we have app sheets. Under help, it has some commands that can allow you get help from Google. All right, you have sheets help, we have training. You want to be trained, you have updates, which gives you information on the new updates on the program. We have help sheets improve, we have report abuse, we have privacy, and the rest. Okay, so that is that. Okay, let's talk about entering your first data in this spreadsheet. But before that, let's explain some things. All these boxes are all cells. Okay, you can see this cell. This place where my cursor is referred can be referred to as cell A7 because it is on column A and row 7. This is column A, that is the vertical arrangement of cells in one single line. Okay, this is column B, that is the vertical arrangement of cells in one single line. Likewise, C, D, and the rest. Then the horizontal arrangement is known as the rows. For example, we have row 1 because it contains the cells that are arranged horizontally. We have row 2, we have row 3, we have row 4. All these cells that are arranged horizontally in one single line. Okay, to enter data in any cell, click on the cell first. Okay, for example, if I want to call this cell Godwin Tech, I'll click on the cell as I have done, and I'll then type the name Godwin Tech. Okay, so you can see this cell now has the information Godwin Tech Academy. All right, take for example, I don't want to call it Godwin Tech Academy. I want to only have it as Godwin Tech. For you to edit the information in any cell, click on that particular cell. Okay. Now, as the cell is selected, if you press the backspace key of your computer keyboard, every data that is in that cell will be wiped out. Once it is selected and you press the backspace key, every data will be wiped out. But if you want to just edit few letters, double click on that cell, okay? Then you use the arrow key of your keyboard to get to the information you want to delete. For example, I may like to delete the academic option, all right? And for as I'm pressing the backspace key, the letters are going one after the other, and now they are gone. So I can click out, and here I only have Godwin Tech. So this is how you can edit the information you have in a cell. Okay, here you can see this as Godwin Tech. Okay, but I want to change this name. I want to call it Godwin Tech Academy before we then have other information we need to work with on this spreadsheet. So I will double click here and then I will type academy, okay? Academy, which after I click out. You can see this information was typed in cell A1, but it appears as if it goes into this B, okay? B1. And for us to make everything stand as one, what you need to do is to press and hold on the control key of your computer keyboard. Then click on these two cells. After the selection, release the pressure on the control key, okay? Then get to this place. Okay, you can see this option here is select the merge type. So click on the arrow and select merge all. Okay, you can see these two cells have been merged as one. Okay, so we can freely enter our information here, the rest of the information we want to have in this spreadsheet here. Okay, but before then, let's now format this text. Because I want this to stand as a major heading, let's make it bold. Okay, so for you to make a text bold, click here. If you want to take further step, maybe you want to underline or italicize, go with the italicize command. If you want to strike through, go with this Okay, if you want to change the text color, click here and select a new color of your choice. Okay, but there is no need for this. So let's get back to the color we had before. Good. Then here, strike through, there's no need for that. So for us to undo that, click on the same command. Okay. For us to undo this italics effect, click on this. Okay. And we only have our bold effect on the text. So let's now enter the rest of the information we want to have in this spreadsheet. Okay. Okay. I want to make a list of the courses offered by Godwin Tech Academy and the number of males and female students in each of these courses. So first, I have to click on this cell here. That is cell A2. Then I will call these courses, okay? After that, I will have males here. Then I'll click on this cell, cell C2, and call it females, okay? Okay, I have filled the subheadings which contain the courses, the males and the females. Okay. Now it's now time to list the courses under here and the number of males and the number of females in each of these courses. But before then, I think we need to make this bold too for the fact that it is a subheading here. So I'll click on courses and then have this bold. Click here, have this bold. Click here and have it bold as well. Then I'll click here. So the first course that Godwin Tech offer is Computer User Guide. The second course, you can see now this data now has crossed into this B, column B. But don't worry, I will tell you how we adjust that later, okay? Then the second course is cybersecurity. The third one is Microsoft, okay, Microsoft Excel, or just say Excel. Let's just have it as Excel. First one is Word, Microsoft Word. I think we have added new courses here, so let's go with Google Docs, okay? That's a new course here. Next one is presentation or PowerPoint. Okay, let's put it PowerPoint, okay? Now let's enter the number of meals. Number of males, you can see that. So I'll click here and then I will have 12 here. It doesn't affect this information, okay? So if we double click here, you can see it doesn't affect it, okay? Then here I can have 15. Here I can have 20. I can have 10. I can have 5. I can have 8. Okay. Then I'll get to the column of the females. Here I can have 10. Computer guide, no, women like learning computer these days, 15. Okay. Cyber security, I can have just 7 of them for females. Here I can have 12. Here I can have Microsoft Word. Let's say let's give the women a value of 16. Here I can have dogs, 2. Not just 2 females here. So PowerPoint, women like PowerPoint. So let's give them 15. All right. Good. Now let's take a look at this. This column A, you can see that this computer guide does not show very well, does not show in full. Cybersecurity does not show in full. Google does not show in full. So for us to extend this column, click at the column letter. Okay. Take your mouse to the line, just as you can see where I am right now, until you see these arrows that point sideways. Press and hold on the left button of your mouse and then drag. Okay? Okay, if it doesn't show clearly again, still drag. Okay? Good. We have it clearly. Then look at this our major heading, which is Computer Tech Godwin Tech Academy. I think because these our subheadings now have crossed into 3 cells, I think it's better we merge this to add to the other two. Okay, so for us to add this, as usual, press and hold on the control key of your computer keyboard and then click on this cell A, cell C1. All right, look at where we are. Remove the pressure on the control key. Then we need to merge now. So as usual, look at our merge tool here. So I'll click on that and select merge all. Good. All right. As these merge cells are selected, we need to center this. Okay. Let's place it as the center, me being the major heading. Are you getting that? So come to this section. Okay. This is the alignment tool. Okay. So you can use to align text in different parts of the spreadsheet. So I'll click here and select center. You can see the heading now has stand out. If we want to make this text bolder, you can come here, click on this section, the font size section. This is font size command, okay? And we can go with 14. Good. You can see now it shows that this is Godwin Tech Academy information. So these ones are smaller in size compared with this major heading. All right. Before we proceed to the next stage, I want to make something clear to you. Any file that is being created on this Google Sheets is automatically saved in Google Drive. Google Drive is a cloud storage service developed and owned by Google. So if we want to see this that we are working on right now, any information you enter here is updated on that drive immediately. So if we want to see this file in Drive, let's just open a new tab and then visit drive.google.com. Okay, you can see the website here, drive.google.com. Press the enter key. And here on this home page, you can see this file we are working on named Godwin Tech. So anytime you want to access any file you create on Google Sheets, get to Drive. You have a copy there, okay? It's automatically placed there. That is the good thing about cloud storage. Okay, let's get back to Sheets. So I'll click on this. All right. In a spreadsheet, you can have more than one sheet inside. For example, this interface we're working on right now is one single sheet. You can see the name here, sheet 1. We can have sheet 2, okay? And in that sheet 2, I may decide, okay, I want to list other courses that I offer in Godwin Tech Academy and the summation of the students in it. In that case, I may not like to separate them, males and female. So for you to add a new sheet in a spreadsheet or in Google Sheets, come down to this bottom section and click on this plus sign. And here we have a new sheet named sheet 2. Okay. As usual, I can have my heading here, have my courses here, and the number of students in each of them. All right. So let me quickly compose that. All right. I'm done preparing this second sheet, which is sheet 2. You can see I have Godwin Tech Academy as the major heading. I have subheadings, courses, and students. So these are the other three courses. We have Python programming with students by number of 30, iPhone user guide with 20 students, and Android user guide with 10 students. All right, we can decide to change this sheet name, okay? Instead of having sheet 1 and sheet 2, we can customize the name. So let's start with sheet 1. So I'll click on it and then right click. I can call this one student by gender. So select rename and give it a name of your choice. Okay, let's call it courses by gender, all right? Once you're done with the name, press the enter key of your computer keyboard for it to be saved. All right, so let's get to sheet 2. I'll click on it and right click and select rename. I can call this courses by number. Once you're done with the entry on the name, Press the enter key and it's saved. So we have custom names here, okay? If you don't want to have any of these sheets again, you can delete it, okay? So what you need to do, right click on that and select the delete option, okay? See delete here, so I'll delete it. You say, hey, so are you sure you want to delete this sheet? I'll say, okay. All right. So, but I still need this sheet. So let's bring it back. So I'll get to the undo button and we are back. Okay. You can see it has returned to its usual position. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to the first sheet. So I'll click on the name. All right. I want us to learn something new again. If, for example, you are done preparing your spreadsheet and you want to download this as PDF, you can do that, okay? You can convert this spreadsheet to PDF. And for you to do that, click on the file style, okay? Select download. And you can see some options here is Microsoft Excel format, which allows you to download this file in Microsoft Excel format. Okay, you have Open Document, which allows you to download it in Open Document format. All right, we have PDF. So we are interested in this PDF option. So click on PDF. Then you can see now this shows how this will appear in PDF format. Just select the option Export. Okay, as the file is downloaded in PDF format, you can get to the downloads folder of your computer and see the PDF format. Okay, so let's just check out. So click on the File Explorer and then click Downloads. And here is the file, Godwin Tech, courses by gender. All right, so let's get back and continue. Okay, I would like us to learn how to add columns and rows. Take for example, you want to add maybe a new column here, maybe before the male's gender or before the female's gender, okay? Just click on the letter, the column letter, okay? Right click and then select insert one column by left or go with this option, insert one column by right, depending on where you want the column to be inserted. Okay, so let's go with the option to be inserted by left. So I'll click on this. And as you can see now, we have a new column here that needs to be filled in. All right. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we don't want to fill in any information here. So for us to delete the column, click on the column letter, or right click, and then select the option to delete column. And that column is gone. All right. On the other hand, you can insert row. For example, maybe you want to insert a row before this row number 3 or after this row number 3. Just select the row number 3, okay? After that, right click on it and go with this option, insert one row above, or go with this option, insert one row below, okay? So let's go with insert one row above and see how it looks like. So I'll click on that option. You can see one row has been inserted here. All right, we can still delete this inserted row, and for us to do that, right click and select the delete row option. And we are back to normal. You can also hide a column in your spreadsheet. Take for example, I want to hide this column B. I'll click on that for it to be selected. Then I'll right click and select hide column option. This column is hidden. Now we want to bring it back. And for you to bring it back, take your cursor here and click on this arrow that points towards the left or the one that points towards the right. Okay, so click on there and the column is returned to its usual position. On the other hand, you can still hide a row. Okay, take for example this cyber security row, you don't need it again. You don't want to show them that we offer cyber security course. For me to hide it, I'll click on that option and then right click and select the option to hide row. And that cyber security row is hidden. Okay, so people can only see these ones, but cyber security is nowhere to be found. I can unhide that. For you to do that, just take your cursor to this drop down, this section, that this line that goes up and the one that goes down. Click on any of them, okay? This icon, and we have returned our cyber security back to its usual position, okay? You can decide to protect this spreadsheet in the sense that you do not want any person to edit the information when you share it with people. Okay, take for example, you work in an organization, and most times you send your spreadsheet file to people. You only want them to view the information and do not have the access to edit the information inside of it. Okay, you can protect that sheet. Okay, so let's work with this one. So for you to protect a spreadsheet, first is to click on the data tab. Okay, from the data tab, you can see some options. And one of the options here is protect sheets and ranges, which allows you to protect not just the sheets in this spreadsheet file, but you can also choose some ranges you want to protect. Okay, so select that option. All right, you can see now it has dictated that the range that is selected here is A1 is to C1. That means this line we selected, this one, two, three, the three cells that we merge together as one. Okay, but here we don't want to protect these cells. Our interest is on the sheet protection, the entire information in this sheet. Are you getting it? So, but if you want to protect ranges, you can agree with this by clicking on the set permission. All right, let's go with sheet. So I'll click on this sheet. All right, it's showing up that the sheet we want to protect here is courses by number, which is this sheet one. All right, the one we are seeing right now. And we said, okay, that is what we need. So set permission. But if you want to go with sheet two, click on this drop down and go with this sheet by courses by number. All right, so our interest is on courses by gender. Are you getting that? So let's return to courses by gender. Okay, but maybe if you want to go with the other option, go back to it. Okay, all right, so the next step to take is to click on this option, set permissions. And here is telling us the kind of permission we are setting. Restrict who can edit this range. Okay, so we are telling this program that it's only us, only the originator, the original composer of this spreadsheet can edit, meaning that any other person we are sharing this spreadsheet to will not be able to edit this file. So click on done. And as you can see, we have now protected this particular spreadsheet. So if we share it with people, they cannot edit it. But for us to remove this protection, as usual, let's assume we close this panel and then we want to unprotect this. We want to give everybody access. As you just click on data and select protect sheets and ranges. Okay, you can see it shows us that this sheet is already protected. So I'll click on that and then we click on this delete icon. Okay, meaning that we don't want any protection again. You say, are you sure that you want to remove this protection range? We say remove. Okay, and that's gone. So it's free for all. Any person can edit if we share it with people. All right. Okay, let's go into charts. You can use charts to explain the information you have in a spreadsheet. Okay, that is one advantage of spreadsheet program. So I will walk you through on how to create column chart and pie chart. So for us to create charts, first select the data you want to represent in a chart. So here I will select from here down here. All right. So I've selected the first cell and I will move down. As this information are selected, the next step is click on Insert tab. From the list of options, you can see charts here. So select chart. All right. This program detects the kind of charts we are likely to create here. Okay. That's why it inserts bar chart automatically for us. But that is not what I want to create. So here my intention is to create column chart. So I'll click on this section under chart type. Click here and select a chart type of my choice. And my interest is on column chart. So I'll click on this. As you can see, we now have a column chart, males and females in Godwin Tech Academy. Okay, you can see it's showing us the keys here. The blue is for males and the red is for females. So here now, computer user guide has this number of males and has the number of females, which is 15. So meaning that they have higher number of females who are learning the course than the males. Under cybersecurity, you can see the number of males is bigger than the number of females. Likewise, the other chart. Okay. So this is how you can create column chart in Google Sheets. Okay, I want us to create pie charts and I want us to use the data, the spreadsheet tool, okay, which is courses by number. So I'll click on that. As that is opened, then the next step is to select the information I want to represent. So I'll click on this first cell and then drag down. Okay. This has selected the information I want to represent in a pie chart. Then click on Insert tab and select Charts. Okay. Now the system detects the kind of charts we are likely to create. And that's why it inserted column chart automatically, but that's not what we need. So click on this section and select pie, which is what we want to create here. So where is pie chart? Okay, see pie chart here. So I'll click on that. And here pie chart is represented well. You can see it's telling us that Python programming has 50% of the total number of students. Are you getting that? See the 50% here. So the Android user guide has 16%, which has the lesser number of students. You can see that in this is just 10. And iPhone user guide course has 33.3% students offering the course. So this is a beautiful representation. So for you to delete the chart, just press the backspace key of your computer keyboard and it's gone. All right. You can carry out calculations in your spreadsheet. Okay. Take for example, you want to calculate some values here. What you need, just select the values. Okay. So let me start from here and select down. Come to the bottom right. Okay. You can see now it shows us that the sum of all the selected values is 67. Click on this drop down and you will see some other information. Average of 11.16. Minimum value in the selection is 2. A maximum value in the selection is 16. Count, that means the number of times numbers appear in the selection is 6. So this makes the calculation easy, but there is still another way you can do some other major calculations like multiplication, summation, subtractions and the rest. Okay, so let's walk you through on another way you can do that. Okay, then for example you want to sum some values in this spreadsheet. The first is just to select the cell where you want your value to be placed, the answer to the mathematical task you want to complete. So here I'm selecting this cell, so I'll click on that, and after that introduce your equal sign. Okay, now, let's say I want to add two values in this row. So I'll click on this one, which is C3, then introduce my plus sign. Okay, it's on your keyboard. Okay, then after that, click on the next cell you want to sum the value. Let's say I want to sum this value as well. And after that, press the enter key of your computer keyboard. So this has shown us the result. Okay, you don't need calculator to do that. Excel does that for you. Okay, so let me click and delete that. Let's assume I want to delete two values. First is introduce your equal sign, which is on your computer keyboard. So press it there. Okay, after that, introduce the value. So this one is cell C. This is C5. So I'll click on C5. Then introduce division sign. It's division I want to carry out now. So press it on your computer keyboard, okay? Then I want to divide by this 2, which is in cell 67. So I'll click on that cell 67. Okay, it has been introduced. Then press the enter key of your computer keyboard. You can see it has returned the value of 6, which is 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I'll click on that to delete it. So let's carry out a multiplication. As usual, introduce your equal sign. So press the equal sign on your computer keyboard. All right. Then let's introduce the value. We can type the cell. Let's say we want to work with cell C5. Okay. So I'll type C5. It's either you type C5 or you click on where it appears on the spreadsheet. Are you getting it? Then I want to work with C7. So I will introduce the equal sign. That's press the shift key and the key number 8 on your computer keyboard. You see the multiplication sign. You can see that on the screen right now. Then you can click on the next cell, which is cell C5 here. All right. Or you can type it C5, and then press the enter key of your computer keyboard. And this gives us this value, which means this C5 times C7, and that's wrong. Okay, we did C5 times C5, okay? So this gives us 144. That's what I want to confirm now, okay? Because I was thinking maybe I did C5 and C7, all right? It's okay. So it's an accurate answer. Another calculation I would like us to carry out is subtraction, okay? For you to subtract a value from another, first click on the cell where you want your answer to be placed. So I'll click here. Then after that, introduce the equal sign. So press the equal sign on your computer keyboard. Then introduce the value. So here, I want to use cell C2. So I'll click on that. Then introduce the equal sign. So press it on your computer keyboard. Okay. It can be after the 0 key. All right. So that's what I have on my keyboard right now. Then introduce the cell you want to delete the value from. So let me click on this. This is cell 67, or let's go with cell B7. All right. So I'll click on that. Then press the enter key of your computer keyboard. And here it returns the value of 10, which is correct, which means 15 minus 10 is equals to, which means 15 minus 5 is equals to 10. It's as simple as that, okay? So let's write on. So we have done some calculations, basic calculations right now. So I think it's enough for us to go to another section. All right, we are almost done. In fact, we are 99% done. So after you are done creating your data in the spreadsheet, the last thing you are likely to do is to download the file. You can leave it on you can access it through the drive, as I said before, but here I want us to download it, okay, in spreadsheet format, okay. For you to download the file, click on the Files tab, and select download option. So the format which is best for spreadsheet is Microsoft Excel. So select the Microsoft Excel option. And here, look at the file. It has been downloaded. Okay, and for you to get to it, open your File Explorer, click on Downloads. I can see Godwin Tech downloaded in Excel format. Okay, so these are the steps you need to take to be able to use Google Sheets. Okay, and remember, for you to learn this more and become used to it, you need to practice over and over again. It's that simple. Okay, I hope you find this guide helpful. Please, if it does help, consider subscribing so that whenever I publish any new video on technology, you will get notification on that. It's good to learn more about technology because that's what drives our world of today. Leave a comment and hit the like button. See you next time.